Yes, there is no more storm watching for a while, and that's okay. Yesterday we ended up as a whole for the Deep South really getting away from that one without anything terribly crazy. I did see one tornado reported in Hinds County, Mississippi, up near Jackson. Other than that, I mean, it was a windy day, had a little more rain than we thought, so I don't know, maybe I screwed that one up all around. We'll have to just take a look as we look back on these things to learn from. And here's what happened. Here's what's tricky. When we have incredible wind shear like that, I'm nervous. So I don't want to hype things, but at the same time, if I say, well, I don't think if I start to lean towards something not happening, which I did somewhat, well, in that case, we're going to start to think, well, there's nothing coming. But if we did get that one super sellout ahead yesterday that developed, my goodness, could it have been rough? And, you have to communicate the probabilities and all that stuff. And fortunately for yesterday, what happened, it seems, is that the instability wasn't strong enough as we had those front-running cells trying to develop. And then once the front crossed into that here locally, it kind of undercut those storms, and we saw the cooler air arriving before the thunderstorms, which a lot of times is a signal that they are outflow dominant and that we have the gusty wind, but that's about it. So we did have some power outages, but fortunately, we did not do too terribly around here, and we are just left with a pretty sky. Mid-50s right now, winds at 6 miles per hour. It's much more manageable today, and your temperatures range from the 40s to the northwest around Toledo Bend to 59 down there in Opelousas, 55 again right here in Alexandria. Now, here is the interesting thing. When I was kind of going into yesterday, I was thinking about a half an inch to an inch and a half of rain. I thought that system would move through a little quicker. It slowed down just a touch and kind of stretched out over the area. So we saw some stripes of heavier rainfall here, especially across Vernon Parish, where those oranges indicate almost 5 inches of rain on the radar estimates. The yellows, anywhere you see the yellow, you see the little legend up here. It's not perfect, but it is showing that we have in those yellow areas 2+ inches of rainfall. And we have a few stripes, several stripes of that. And you can see also in between these blue areas, that may be a 1/4 inch, something like that. So it goes from a couple inches to a 1/4 inch very quickly, and that is Louisiana. And we are going to see a lot more of that as we get into the summer. It's going to get even trickier. Oh, how I love a challenge. Now, there goes the rainfall right now. Showers and thunderstorms off to the east. Still some severe threat out that way for today, but it's all gone for here. So for today, clear, mostly clear. I think partly cloudy skies, mostly clear by afternoon. We'll have highs in the upper 60s to low 70s, and you can see here as we track through those temperatures today, we are going to jump up to near 70 degrees. I think it's a little bit cooler tomorrow, but, the cold fronts kind of lose their bite this time of year, although tonight, we could see some 30s up around I-20. I don't think any frost, but it is going to be much cooler with mid-40s here across the central part of the state. Now, as I said, clouds kind of moving out of here. We'll keep some high clouds in the area for today and some new high clouds coming in for tomorrow, but the forecast remains pretty much dry. I think we could see an isolated shower tomorrow, about a 20% chance of that happening, but not too much here for most of us through Monday. So for a week, maybe I'm just going to take the week off, right? Nah, I'll stick around. We'll talk about some weather. But no rain really in the forecast through Monday. Beyond that, we do have the chance for some stuff to pop back in. Let me make sure I'm hitting the right thing because now I got all these new buttons in here. So 20% chance. I couldn't zero it out for Wednesday, so we'll go partly to mostly cloudy, a couple of showers in the area. Then we warm up, and we make a run way into the 80s by early next week. I think Easter looks beautiful. 82 degrees for a high, starting around 58. It's actually going to be a little warm, if anything. And then beyond that, let's just take a look in the 8 to 14 day realm here and see what we have. We have slightly below normal or above normal precipitation. I think there's going to be a wave coming through the area right after Easter, probably around Tuesday. We're going to have to watch for that. Nothing jumping out at me on that, but there could be, this time of year, any system that comes through, there could be at least some degree of severe threat. So it's not something to change plans for, but something to keep in the back of your mind after Easter gets active once again. And temperatures around normal, maybe a little bit above normal. So we're looking at lots of 70s and maybe some 80s as well as we are heading to that time of year that I so do not desire to be a part of, which is summer, where it's 152 degrees every day and I sweat like a pig. All right, I am going to get out of here. Not much to talk about today, but we still had some fun, didn't we? I will see you tomorrow morning. How's that sound? All right, sounds good. See ya.